5वीं से तीसरी अगले 4-5 साल में हो जाएंगे
जी।
और जो आज 3.2-3.3 ट्रिलियन डॉलर की भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था है, अगले 25 वर्ष में जब हम 100 वर्ष भारत की आजादी के मनाएंगे 2047 में, हम कम से कम 30 ट्रिलियन और संभवतः 35 से 40 ट्रिलियन डॉलर की अर्थव्यवस्था बनेंगे। विश्व में एक ऐसी मजबूत अर्थव्यवस्था जहां पे हर एक व्यक्ति को इसका लाभ मिलेगा। एक समृद्ध देश, एक विकसित देश
जी।
भारत बनेगा। जिस प्रकार से महंगाई को कंट्रोल किया गया है,
जी जी जी।
जिस प्रकार से भारत में अभी भी महंगाई 6% के आसपास है
जी।
कांग्रेस में तो आप कोई पता नहीं, पीछे शो में एक कांग्रेस के वित्त मंत्री, एक दूसरे वित्त मंत्री जो अब गुजर चुके हैं, उनको ब्लेम कर रहे थे कि डबल डिजिट इन्फ्लेशन उनके कारण हुआ। ये क्या सवाल है? हमें गवर्नमेंट एक होती है और उस एक गवर्नमेंट के नाते मैं आप सबको कहता हूं, भारत सेफ है, भारत सुरक्षित है, भारत सुरक्षित हाथों में है और कोई आउटसाइड हैंड को आप इस अच्छी सुरक्षित स्थिति में आने की कोशिश नहीं करनी चाहिए और कोई आउटसाइड हैंड को जनता आने भी नहीं देगी।
एक आखिरी सवाल महाराष्ट्र को लेकर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, महाराष्ट्र में आप लोग कर क्या रहे हैं? आप राज ठाकरे के साथ भी दिख जाते हैं, देवेंद्र फडणवीस आपके अच्छे मित्र भी हैं, वहां के डिप्टी सीएम भी हैं, वो भी उद्धव ठाकरे के साथ दिख जाते हैं। चल क्या रहा है
महाराष्ट्र?
दोनों में से बेहतर नेता कौन है?
महाराष्ट्र में एक बहुत अच्छी सरकार मुख्यमंत्री एकनाथ शिंदे और उप मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी के नेतृत्व में चल रही है
जी।
सैकड़ों ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के विकास के जो अटके फटके पड़े हुए थे, जिसपे 3 वर्ष में उद्धव ठाकरे सरकार ने कोई काम किया नहीं। हम सब जानते हैं। आखिर आप सोचिए भाइयों बहनों, कोई मुख्यमंत्री जो 2 साल तक अपने दफ्तर भी ना जाए, कुछ 1-2-4 बार गए हो तो मुझे मालूम नहीं, पर जो दफ्तर भी ना जाए, वैसे सरकार क्या कर सकती है?
आपने तो उनकी पार्टी भी नहीं छोड़ी, विधायक भी नहीं छोड़े, कुछ बचा ही नहीं।
आप किस पार्टी की बात कर रहे हैं?
मैं उद्धव ठाकरे।
शिवसेना तो हमारे साथ है, उन्होंने पार्टी का दामन छोड़ दिया। अरे भाई, उन्होंने, उद्धव ठाकरे जी ने अपनी पार्टी का दामन छोड़ दिया, उसमें हम तो रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है। आखिर सब एमपीज लोकसभा के हमारे साथ हैं।
जी जी।
2-3 छोड़ के, शायद 3 या 4 अभी भी बाकी है। मैंने सुना था 2 आना चाह रहे हैं उसमें भी।
मतलब आप खबर दे रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे भी 2 आना चाह रहे हैं?
और असेंबली में तो शायद हम 2, हमारे 2 टाइप ही रह गए, 2-4 और होंगे ज्यादा। तो शिवसेना तो हमारे साथ है, हम उनके साथ हैं। अगर उन्होंने अपने पार्टी का दामन छोड़ दिया और एक सरनेम लेके सिर्फ बैठे रहे तो चलेगा नहीं। इस देश में परिवारवाद अब चलने नहीं वाला है। डायनेस्टिक रूल से जनता त्रस्त है। अब मेरिटोक्रेसी इस देश को चलाएगी,
मेरिट चलाएगा
और मेरिट के हिसाब से देश प्रगति करेगा।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका इस सेशन में आने के लिए, लोकतंत्र के सेशन में बात करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Big round of applause for Shri Piyush Goyal ji. Piyush ji, I request you to please wait on for a bit. I'm going to request Abhay Bhutra to please present a memento to Shri Piyush Goyal. Please come on stage. Found its profound shape and life. Supplies of critical medicines and vaccines as part of Vaccine Maitri exemplify this. India's assistance to Turkey and Syria through Operation Dost in the face of devastating earthquake underscores this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam philosophy despite the political equations. That's what's important. India is hosting the G20 summit as well as the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or the SCO summit this year. From the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, Quad, to BRICS, India holds a long list of such strategic partnerships and memberships. The Prime Minister's mother of democracy description echoes India's profound and ancient democratic foundations. Let's hear it from the man who has been spearheading these epochal initiatives. Strategic autonomy. He has defined it, underlined it, and headlined it. Please welcome Dr. S. Jaishankar, Minister of External Affairs. And he will be in conversation with the CNN News 18 Zaka Jacob to shine light on what is India's G20 moment. Namaste, Dr. Jaishankar. Thank you very much.
very much for joining us here on Rising India. The last time we spoke was in June of last year at the CNN News 18 Town Hall. You've become an even bigger rock star on social media and on traditional media since then. But let's talk brass tacks. Last June when we last spoke, the Russia-Ukraine war was just 3 months in. Now it's over a year. Did you expect this war to continue this long? And how has it changed global geopolitics? How has it changed your job in the last year?
Well, you know, it was, I don't think it's a fair question to say, did you expect something to happen or not? Because a lot of people didn't expect the conflict to happen at all. But many things have changed, you know, many things have changed because the West has changed. Definitely Europe has changed. Russia's relationship with the West has changed. I think that has other consequences. My sense is Russia's relationship with Asia will consequently change because it will turn more eastwards than it has done in its history for a long time. In many ways, issues like energy security, food security have come to the fore. It's also opened up a bit of a north-south divide. So at the moment you have a east-west friction and a north-south divide. So it's really made the world a much more difficult place.
So when you say the world has become a much more difficult place, a country like India, we are the voice of the global south. We also have very deep linkages with the West and of course with the East. How does India play these deep divisions?
Well, we are to a great extent the voice of the global south because I think one, there is a natural empathy from our similar history. But also because we have made an effort. I mean, it's not something which just happened by itself. You know, you've had a G20 summits before. To the best of my knowledge, no other country said, okay, we are 20 countries around the table. There are 180 countries which are not around this table. So should we make an effort to find out what their expectations are of us? I think to the best of my knowledge, we are the first country to have done that. And we actually, starting with Prime Minister himself and, you know, 5 of us, including Piyush, who was here before me, we all spoke to our counterparts. We actually consulted 125 nations with this one question, which is we're going into G20, so tell us your key concerns and what is it we can articulate. That's one part of it. I think the other part of it is also we have in this whole you know, period since February 24th last year, we have tried to press for you know, you can say a return to peace, a return to negotiations. Yeah. In that sense, we have taken an independent position. I wouldn't say we're the only ones, but we certainly are among the more prominent ones. I do believe there is a real body of opinion out there, including in the G20. Mm-hmm. I would say a country like, say, Mexico or you know, Brazil or Argentina or Indonesia, Saudi Arabia. I think many of them share similar views. Probably we've been the more outspoken among them. So both in terms of the north-south divide as well as the east-west polarization, I think we have tried to be the bridging force there. And the world needs somebody like us.
So you're talking about the G20, and of course this is a big year for India. The session is called India's G20 moment. But how worried are you that there's so much fixation around a joint statement or the lack of it at the end of one? Because we had the foreign ministers meeting, you chaired that a few weeks ago. We had an outcome document, I believe, not a joint communique. Similarly, again, in the finance ministers meeting. Is there too much fixation on a joint statement?
Well, let me speak about the one which
Sure.
I chaired. We had a meeting. We had a outcome. We were negotiating essentially a 24-paragraph document. We had agreement on 22 paragraphs. There were 2 paragraphs pertaining to Ukraine, which basically was a carry forward of what happened at Bali, on which we could not get agreement. So, in a sense, we had to do a chair summary for the
Sure.
part we couldn't, and the outcome document for the part we could. Now, we have to be real about it. I mean, look at the state of the world. In this state of the world, if I could get 22 out of 24, so what's that in percentage terms?
About
So
95.
95%. Okay, I never got 95% in school. So I would say, I was not dissatisfied. I would have obviously liked to get 100%, which would have been a novel experience for me. But
You were one of your toppers in the services. You went to a top university.
Well, we'll put that aside.
We'll park that aside.
No, but look, my point is, what we really managed to do in the G20. I agree with you that one shouldn't be textually obsessed, though text does matter.
Sure.
I think our real contribution was to get the G20 back to the G20's real business. The G20 is not the UN Security Council. It's not the primary forum to debate international peace and security. I'm not saying international peace and security doesn't matter or doesn't have economic consequences. They do. But if you look today at the world, there are serious issues for the world to worry about. Food and energy security, green financing, Agenda 2030, trade issues, debt issues. We actually got something very novel for G20 to look at, and which I would like to build on, which is something called global skills mapping. That where are the skills in the world and where is the demand in the world? And they are in 2 different geographies.
Yeah.
So how do we actually put that together? I think that's a very interesting avenue that we have opened up for the G20. So the original mandate of the G20 was global growth and development. Now last year, because of the Ukraine conflict, I think the conversations went in the direction of one issue. We would like to see, without disrespecting that particular issue, we would like to see a return to what we believe matters most to the roughly 200 countries of the world. And in that sense, I would say more than getting 22 out of 24. I would take satisfaction in the fact that the finance ministers meeting in Bangalore and Bengaluru